me.
I'm doing pretty good. Super excited about the outcome of this race, and it's a blast.
Yeah, I'm doing good too.
Okay, so we missed my whole introduction. That's great. Awesome. Green, green, green. Over on the time. Nordgar TV. Blah, blah, blah. Automotive intercourse. Grab a sandwich. Smack your wife in the ass. We're green flag racing here. Truck season style. Dave Swindell takes the pole here tonight, guys. Dave, gonna be tough to win the pole at any of these tracks here this season.
I agree with that. He is a monster.
Well, it's super speedways anyway. I think he's going to have some really tough competition with the rest.
Well, he's going to come across the stripe. Lap number 1 there, almost 4 wide there for a second. Beach pushing him there in the number 22, the Noble car. There's a Nordgar TV in the number 43. On the outside of the Noble machine, trying to make moves here, coming down the back stretch here, still under green, lap number 2. And you see Willms getting a little jiggy with it there in the Cheetos machine. Switching lanes, Nordgar on the outside. I started pretty far near the back, and I was stuck on that outside lane. And as usual here at the Super Speedways, you guys keep your pact, you keep your bonds, and you keep your word. You would not let Nordgar back down in the bottom lane. I was already frustrated at this point, watching everybody just go by, nobody picking me up, nobody doing nothing, trying to race. I wanted to get up there and race. But it is what it is. We can turn the game down just a little bit. Thank you very much, Groove. But down the backstretch, how many starters did we have for this race? I think it was another Nordgar TV League record anyway.
I believe it was 40?
Yep, 40 drivers take the track here tonight at Daytona, and that is a record. 2 more, and they'll be full. Beached on the inside, Swindell on the outside, lap number 3. 4. Looks like everybody right now is giving each other space, guys. Were you giving each other space out there while you were running this early in the race?
Where I was running, yes. I wasn't doing any pushing at all.
I wasn't. I just didn't have a choice. I was having a hard time trying to keep up with that outside line there in the rear.
Yep, I was in the same boat you were, James. As a matter of fact, right here coming down the tri-oval, I'm actually behind you, and there's a whole big freaking gap between me and you. And I really couldn't do anything. I couldn't get to you, and now I got somebody on the outside of me back. It's not in the top 5. But yeah, we got some new players up front. Let's take a look through the running order, and there Eddie makes it 3 wide in the white mystery machine coming down the back stretch on the outside of Marche Edney, and here at this, and there he scrapes the wall. Here at the Super Speedways, Eddie Fearless. Sometimes it bites him in the ass though. Oh, and Dustin off, coming down the front stretch, spin. We got Rex, Superman, goes for a fly. And here's let's go back and see what happened here, guys. And now the truck rule is a little different than the B Series. We don't have to exactly assign blame here because everybody who had incidents. And I just got word from Steve about 5 minutes ago. He said that this league race had more incidents in it ever. Combined with all the drivers together. So iRacing not being kind to us out there here tonight. All right, caution flag number 1. Here we are coming down into out of turn number 4, and Dustin Lee in the 51 is the one you're going to see that's going to get spun. Not exactly sure what happens here, but let's take a look at it here. Dustin in the 51 are running on the inside lane of Beach, and that's you right behind him there in the 37 there, champ.
Yeah, what I seen was Beach coming down and Dustin got loose, and then I just slightly touched him in the rear and he went around.
Well, there you see Big Dave trying to suck up some of that air right there and use it not to destroy the Nordgasm 22 picture Beach inside Chevy Silverado. Say that 10 times real fast. And yeah, it looks like maybe Dave might have spun him first. Dave was really trying to stay out of him. And let's go to I don't know, rear chase here. This will give us a better view here. Let's slow it down here. Let's see what happens here. He may have just got hooked. You see Dave slide across the back of the bumper, and I don't actually see Dustin in the 22 touch there. Do you guys?
No, looks like it was Dave.
Let's go to the severe rear chase and Norgar's new gyro cam, but my gyro cam goes 360, baby. Not across the line. All right, so let's go real slow, and maybe netcode might have had something to do with this a little bit too. It's hard to say. It's Daytona. The air is all messed up. But now we're looking to see if Dustin and Beach even ever touch. Well, they're going to touch right here when they wreck, but no, Dustin and Beach never touched. Dave on the back of him is going to get him loose. They come across the stripe, and then you're going to see a bunch of people checking up. And again, it happened in the front of the field. It could have been a lot worse this time. But Dustin in the 51 going to go off, and a few cars going to have damage. But let's see, where am I at? I think I get wrecked here. And yeah, see here you see the second wreck. You see that's the 02 into the 55, and then the 01 into Marcus. And then Marcus, of course, it's not his fault, but of course I'm trying to stay out of everybody's way. And look, what happens when I stay out of everybody's way? I get nailed there in the number 30. Nothing Marcus could do, and just what do you think? I mean, what do you drivers think? And this is actually a good question while everybody's listening. What do you drivers think when you see that caution flag come out? What should every driver? What is the immediate thing they should do?
Brake.
Kevin?
I would disagree with that. I think it's all relatively where you're at. I was up front. At a 5 brake, that would have been super bad.
Right. Well,
Yeah, good point.
I'll agree with that halfway, Kevin, because there are actually some instances when the cautions are coming out where you have to hit the gas to get out of the way of avoiding a wreck. And that would be like the only exception. But 9 times out of 10, what I personally do is my foot is off the gas. I take my foot completely off the gas, and I'm not on the brake yet. But that's me. Every driver's different. That's why I wanted to ask you guys what it is that you guys do. So maybe some of these other guys out here who don't have a lot of experience running with us know how to react, and that are listening know how to react when a caution flag does come out. So thanks for that feedback, guys.
Well, like Kevin said, though, I guess it all depends on where you're at on the track and where the caution happened at. I mean, if the wreck's in front of you, obviously you're going to first let off the gas, and like you said, it all depends if you have to throttle through it or to get away from it or what. But
But
Feather the brake.
Yeah, well, I'm especially at the super speedways, I'm a little touchy about the brake because if you get on them too hard too quick, you're gonna spin.
Usually what I do is, if the wreck is happening in front of me, I quickly glance in the mirrors, I let off the gas, and I put her on the apron. So no one rams into my back, they have plenty of room, everyone can slow down.
So, Nord, who gets the crash paint next Saturday?
I'm glad you reminded me. That's a good question. And let's figure it out right now. And you guys are going to help me figure it out. We're all going to vote. And, well, it looks like there's, looks like there may be 3 cars that would be on the ballot, I would say. I would say the 22's on the ballot, the 51's on the ballot, and so is the 1. So let's take another look at it and decide who is wearing the crash paint next week. Out of those 3 drivers. Because, Kevin, there's no contact here at all, so you lucked out.
I actually did spin Dustin.
Yeah, but it was already after the fact. That's not what initially brings it out, so...
Correct.
Okay, so here they are coming, where is this, 1? No, this is the front stretch. You see Dave go up just a little bit, and you see Beach get loose down into the 51. So maybe we should look at it. Let's look at it from Beach's onboard. We'll give fairness where fairness is due. This is actually that's the wrong onboard. All right. Let's do Dave's first. All right, they want to go to Dave's first. Let's go on to Dave's onboard first.
Because right now I'm thinking it's either between Beach or Dave.
I honestly don't see Dave doing anything wrong there. I really don't. It doesn't. Man, look.
Yeah, I agree. It looks like a netcode issue.
A netcode issue.
Well, what I see is Beach sliding down just a bit, and I think Dave was coming up, and it just hooked him, and it spun. He was still pushing Beach, and it spun him. I mean, he caught Beach's right rear.
On the caution's sake, we do have to give blame, and I blame Dave.
All right.
I do believe Dave admitted his fault too.
Okay, so that's going to be your vote, is Dave Swindell?
That's correct.
All right. James?
I will agree.
Well, that's 2-1 no matter what.
Front of Beach's car?
Yeah, so that's 2-1 no matter what I vote. It doesn't matter. But just because he's the Frenchman, I'm voting Beach. So Dave Swindell, you're wearing the crash paint next week, buddy. Naked ladies, yep, go bye-bye next week. Yeah, it is a racist incident, but we still have to call it. And that's what the 2 drivers that did vote for Dave did decide, not me. I voted for the Frenchman. But, yeah, so send your hate mail too. So caution flag number 1. Oh, I don't know. People are unhappy with that answer. They say it's a racing incident, but that's not the point. Well, okay. If it's a racing incident, guys, let me ask you this, crowd, since you're upset. Since it's a racing incident, should we give it to the 2 drivers involved? Which would be Dave Swindell and...
Well, as in any regular automotive accident out on the streets, if you're the last car, that guy usually gets the sucker ticket.
Yeah,
so,
if you rear end somebody, yeah, that's a good point. You rear end somebody, it's your fault, plain and simple.
I didn't see Beach checking up.
No, I didn't see. I agree with that as well. I mean, we can't spend all night on this, guys. This is kind of funny, though. The crowd is mad at you drivers. They think you made the wrong call. They don't think it's really there's any blame to be placed there, but that is the first caution. Those are the rules, and we have to place blame somewhere. So, Big Dave Swindell going to wear the paint next week. Bye-bye, naked ladies. They're gone. We'll see the crash paint next week on the number 1. Yeah, people are still mad at you guys. And remember, I voted for the Frenchman. It's for fun, guys. It's not a big deal. Calm down. Get your panties out of a wad. Dave won't care. Well, he might kill you, but he won't care. He'll do it for the smile.
He'd like to see the front of Beach's car, though.
Huh?
He would like to see the front of Beach's car.
Okay. The front of his car.
Front chase, I believe.
That would be rear chase, actually.
Or rear, yeah.
And I've showed that 3 times, but all right. We'll do it again. All right. Slow it down. And this ain't it. All right, the front of Beach's car. Truck. I don't accept mail. I mean, I don't see Beach's hands really moving all that much. It's not like I don't think he drove it down there, is what I'm saying. I think he just got bumped down there. And then I might be taking my own words back. Nah.
Watching the light go on the windshield's pretty cool, though.
Right rear kicks out. The right rear kicks out because Dave got into him. And that is Cheetos Man at idon'thaveanemail.com. And Champ, I'm Kevin Cress. I'm too good for email.com. So send your hate mail there. And they'll be sure to ignore it. All right, so that was lap number 6, caution flag number 1. All right, paint of shame, Dave Swindell. Let's go up to the next green flag, which is going to be like, well, yeah, a lot of people came down for pit stops here. I know I did, and I had almost 4 there. Yeah, look, I wanted to see how bad my damage was. Obviously, I couldn't see my truck, so I couldn't see how bad it was. Pretty good. Oh, the mystery machine, she's hurt. She's hurt, boys. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh, looks like, is that Jared? Or Ed Hewitt, yes.
Oh, did you see an infraction?
No, he just missed his box.
Oh, he missed his box. Alright, so I'm screwed down on pit road on lap number 6. I didn't curse, I didn't say anything. I got it down there and I almost rage quit. But I was like 4 minutes, I can pull that off. These guys are going to wreck again.
Those secret meetings at night are helping you.
Yeah, it must be. I'm learning to control and focus my anger onto more important things like getting hot dogs while I sit down and get my freaking truck fixed. According to Groove there, he said the 74 and the 42 are out of the race right now, so that leaves us with 38 on lap number 8. And we can go up to the, let's go up to the next green flag run. Cress, you're out in the lead right now. How'd it feel to be back out front in the truck?
was nervous. I do not like being first or second at all. Hate it.
Here at Daytona or just in general?
In general, everywhere. Hate it.
Well, that's a poor attitude if you want to bring home some trophies.
I just get nervous. So nervous. It's unbelievable. I can't even talk because I'm in first.
It's interesting. That's good to know. They're competitors. Wink, wink. And James, you don't know if you get nervous because you've been eating. I'm just kidding. Nah, James, you're a pretty calm, cool, collected driver. And look at who's on the outside. He didn't say a word all night. I didn't even know he was in the damn race. 66, Trevor Johnson. David Fish on the outside in the 43s. Big Dave Swindell. Very little damage down there. He's going to be restarting third. The 99 of, what was that? Is that Cheney? Robert Cheney. Very nice blinkage. And then the 35 of Alex Holt, who also didn't say anything, didn't know was in the race. Marche Edney and Eric Brantley, Mark Newland and Samuel Wilski rounding out the top 10. There's Chris Scala, Norris, Simley, McKee, Rush there starting on the outside. Josh Ingersoll, they're in the 57 running in 17. Matt Simpson in the Slamaflage Mobile. Starting on the outside. Meyer, Willms, there's the Cheetos man. There's Curry, Malish, Jones, Rijalva, Malone, Hewitt, Cummings, Mikey V. Mikey V, you're going to have to tell me how you say your name today. And there is the mystery messed up machine there. Got front end damage still. Got rear end damage as well. There's Mr. Beach right behind me. And the 31 of Pagano and GameStop vehicle. Number 34, Jeremy Dominique. He goes by Workman in the Unidental truck. Base car is off. Time to go green flag racing. Again, lap number 10. Here we go. Green, green, green. Kevin Cress out front. Cameraman still hitting the pipe, you see. Willms there, you're restarting right around 18th there. You know, I didn't see a lot of deals being made out there tonight before the race or even during it.
Yeah, a little too early, I think.
Well, do you think it was maybe because it's just such a short... honestly, at this point, 50 laps at this place is like a sprint.
Yeah, I'd agree. But even then, at the end, I think you're going to want somebody there.
I do have to ask, the first season, both of your guys' strategy was to lay in the back. Is that your strategy at the beginning of this race also, or what?
Mine was,
whoever wants to answer.
Mine wasn't, no. On the super speedway tracks, I'm going to, you know, qualify as best I can, which is usually mid-pack, and then try to work my way up as soon as I can.
I will say I noticed you can't run away from the field now.
Nope, not even tandem up you can. I mean, you can be the best tandem in the world and the field is still down across the stripe here, lap number 12 of 50. Cress, you got Big Dave right behind you right now. You should feel pretty comfortable seeing that number 1 right behind you.
I was still nervous, but I was confident, as well as seeing his number up behind me.
There goes Cheney on the outside, being pushed by, I think that's Simpson there. 35. I'll learn all these guys soon. Oh, that's Holt. Holt changed his colors on me. That's why I don't know. Holt in the 35, and I'm not used to seeing him in the 35 either. Holt, he's going to push the 99 to the outside and then drop him off. come back down low. It's like the front six not leaving a lot of space, and Marche getting up into the mix right now. There in the 92 on the outside. T-Man leaving a lot of room, and so is Newland and Scala. They're not pushing. They're watching them. They're watching all this. They're just riding.
I think that's where a lot of people mess up, is they believe they have to be pushing someone all the time. I mean, only the front runners need to be pushing.
Well, now you're behind Holt. Bush and Holt, and you and Holt have had plenty of battles up front last season in the trucks there, Chan.
Yeah, he's a great competitor. I just hope his connection stays through the races.
Since the new build, actually, and I'll be totally honest, tonight was it. It was the first time I've been out. But I noticed big differences in the steering again, just like we saw in the B Series cars last Wednesday.
Yeah, I agree with that. The steering has changed. I think I ran 14-to-1 ratio with feedback all the way up in the 20s.
Oh, and there was almost a red. And I think this is where Santa Cruz is. 57 and the 11 just about destroyed the back half of the field. How they were able to hang on to this, that was pretty cool. And the 24 of McKee also on the outside going to have issues. Let's take a look at this again in slow-mo. You got Jones in the 11 down below, McKee on the outside, Malish in the 94 right behind him. And the whole inside lane just starts checking up in the 57. Look at this. How was that not a destroyed field? And Willms, there Willms is going to get it. Simpson. And then so two wrecks that should have happened didn't. James, what was that like?
That was scary. That outside line, like I said, I was behind Norris following him. They all start saying wrecking, so I'm out of the throttle, not braking at this time. And no caution came out. I'm still out of the throttle. And then somebody else said there's wrecking again. And at that point in time, I think Norris was checking up, and I couldn't get on the brakes quick enough, so I went in 3 wide, and I think I got into Matt.
Now
he came back up out of reaction. We got into each other. We both saved it.
Now we had a bunch of people just scramble again coming down the backstretch. Again, I didn't see any of this. But we see a bunch of people. Here's another wreck. Here's a third wreck that should have happened.
Well, this is where the caution got thrown.
Oh, this is okay. This is where we threw the caution for this. All right, and it all starts up here. T-Man in the 66, and there's Big Dave again. This time riding in front of it. 66 at T-Man, and man, he just loses it. Wilski there in the sucker hole, and yeah, so that was like just about the third wreck. The 14 comes down off the track with damage. That's Simley there. He's got damage to the right front, but this is where the holy shit caution was thrown.
Sam took a while of flack, but I'm happy he did after seeing the replay.
Hey, they can give him all the flack he wants. His decision is his decision. That's it. Don't argue with it. I mean, they throw freaking caution flags in NASCAR for beach balls, for God's sakes. I mean, that was almost a destroyed field. Sam felt he saw three spins too many, and threw the caution flag. So I back him 100% for throwing that because it benefited me. So I was happy to see that come out right now because I'm going to bring my truck back down and fix the next 2 minutes worth of damage that I still have left on it. And when that caution flag comes out, where is good old Nord running? Way back here, 32nd position with a busted race truck. No one to draft with. I'm cursing, but I'm on mute right now. But I'm like, oh, yes, caution flag comes out again. So back in 32nd place, I'm going to be bringing it in. Pretty much everybody else brings their trucks in as well this time around. Up through pit stops here, get the field doubled up, and let's see who messes up on the pit stops. Here they all come. Being led down by Holt here in the 35. Pit road is busy, boys. Look at that. Isn't that a beautiful sight?
I love it.
Oh, and the 88, he's got to wait for the 99 to get out of his stall. Did you see that? Eddie had to stop dead in his tracks to wait for the 99 to come out. And he did that like a real race car driver would have to. He didn't drive through him. He stopped. Eddie, dude, you're awesome. Look at this. I mean, he could have just drove right through him to get to his stall, but Eddie wanted to, we told these guys, we want you to treat it like it's a real car down there. I hate the ghost pitting because accidents on pit road happen, and we should be able to experience that here in our sim. But look at what Eddie does here. Now, if this isn't a gentleman's move right here, I don't know what is. Look at that. He stops right there. He can't get to his stall. It's right there. He's got it angled wrong. And he's like, nope, I'm not going to go. You got to get out of the way. And the 99's like, I don't know what you're doing, but I'm out of here. And there he goes. And Eddie, dude, you get the freaking Gentleman of the Week award for that right there. That is a class act, guys, right there.
That's cool.
I'm curious to see how many positions he lost because of his gentleman's act.
Yeah, well, probably a lot, but still. That's a good racer right there. Good job, Eddie. Proud of you, buddy.
I agree.
I don't even think I would have done that. I would have been like, sorry, I didn't see it. I don't think I would have waited.
I definitely wouldn't have waited either.
And there's only one more guy coming back down on pit road, and that's going to be the O2. The O2 messed up pretty bad as well. Wow, look at that paint. Reese's McDonald's paint scheme. Who's driving that O2? That is sweet looking. Who's in the O2? I need to learn everybody's names. Seth Frazier. Seth Frazier. That is one sharp looking paint scheme. I must say. I dig it. But he's the last one down. There's a Cheetos machine. Simpson down. There's poor old Nordgar. But poor old Nordgar's crew is working away. They got a plan. They know what they need to do. They just need more time to get it done. The 31 and the 03 and 34. Still
They will be asking for a pay raise next week, though.
Oh, yeah, well, hey. I'll give them 50% more of what they're getting now. How's that?
I don't think they would like that.
So that's caution flag, what, 2? Lap 18. A lot of trucks out on the track tonight. This is more trucks in a league race than we've ever run. And, not too unhappy thus far. A couple little tiny mistakes. But, it is Daytona, boys. And all kinds of weird stuff happens. But, Cress, you're still out front.
Yeah, I am. I think this will be the last time I'm up front.
All right, well, let's fast forward to the next green flag laps. Here we go, green, green, green. Restart lap number 21. Chris Gallo right behind you. Newland on the outside for this restart. The 57, and look who's still up there hanging around in the top 5. Old Big Dave. Hardly ever see him fall out of there, and he's definitely going to be a player for the championship this season. Ingersoll there in the 57 doing a great job. Also, Nordgar TV Virgin right there, popping his cherry here at Daytona. Scala to the front, Newland gonna push him there. Swindell stuck on the outside. Cress has got a fender in there. He's not clear, and I know you, Kevin, you're not gonna just let off the gas and let him in.
No, I will not. That's my position.
Scala to the lead, the 96, and Newland going to take second position. You guys are getting hooked up in tandems, but it looks like the inside lane definitely still leaving a lot of space for checking up and stuff. But the outside lane, it seems that they're starting to motor because they're starting to hook up a little better. Plus they have the side draft, which is something that I saw tonight running on the outside. The side draft was great, but you had to have somebody pushing you to benefit 100% off of it.
Yeah, I agree. With the exception of being, say, coming in and out of the try, I think a single car gains most of his ground using side draft there.
Scala's loving life out here. He's raced at Daytona just as much as you guys has. He was he's still very, very sad. You can hear it in his voice. He feels defeated after the Daytona 500, finishing second. And man, he finished second. We got another huge wreck. I think this one is actually going to be the big one, is it not?
I'm not sure, but it looks like it.
I know we did have the big one. Looks like the 70 Senator Jalva is where it starts. He's running the outside lane right behind McKee there in the 24 truck. And coming up on you, Cress. 24 trying to stay out of your back, and the 77 pushing and ran out of room to push. 57 involved, the 35, Norris involved, Eddie involved, Beach involved, the 11 involved, the 43 involved. What was that, the number 21? Cheetos, man, did you get through this? Holy hell, you did get through that.
I don't think I did.
Oh.
Keep watching.
Keep watching. Yeah, that's the big one here tonight at Daytona for sure. There's a yellow flag. Flagman is out throwing the yellow, and they're still wrecking automotive intercourse everywhere. That was an automotive orgy, boys, is what that was. Let's take another look at this wreck in real time. Let's go on board with you, James. Let's see what you had to deal with. Since you were toward the back of this, it looked like you almost got through this. Kevin, you were fine through this. Rush gonna get right into the side door of Holt. You almost made it through there, James. Holt was in the wrong spot. Hear engines blowing everywhere. At least they didn't land in the stands. Which is really not that funny. Serious injuries today at the nationwide race at Daytona. I don't know what the official tally is. Last I heard, 1 fatality, 28 injured. I cannot confirm that. Don't have that information. Just relaying to you what I heard throughout the world here today. today. So no way. But big wreck today on the last lap of the nationwide race. Engine and some tires and a whole bunch of parts landed in the stands and injured a lot of people. And I hope everybody's okay there. I know we've all seen that video probably 10 times already today, guys. And you know, that is the nice thing about being able to run this. We don't risk that, and those guys do. And I just feel bad for all the families and the fans who were injured today in that event. Let's look at the wreck one more time in real time. Everybody gonna make a nice screenshot. Hope I have my wide angle lenses.
That one is pretty bad. To me, it looks like that was partial my fault because I drove up the track a little bit.
Were you in first?
No, I was in third, I think.
Yeah, you're running on the outside. Yeah, okay. I was going to say, if you're in first, you never say it's your fault, ever, okay?
Well, I don't. I'm taking partial blame, not full.
All right. Well, even if we drop back further, they even start wrecking, like, I think they wreck in front of me yet, too. Let's go on board with Schwint and see what... Schwint was hanging way back. I believe Richard may be about there. I know this is very well done now. Thank you very much for that info there, NASCAR 1986. As I said, I've heard multiple reports, and I'm not a news station. I can't confirm or deny any of it, but big nationwide crash. Right, just pretty much at the stripe today, and it took out the catch fence and busted the wall, and a lot of fans injured. So, see what happens tomorrow. Tune into Speed Channel, and I'm not advertising for that. Go to NASCAR.com. There, damn it, I did it again. Shit. All right, so. Let's head back up front. Look at that. It's a barbecue out there, boys. A lot of torn up race trucks. Lap number 18. So sorry, it's lap 24. We're about halfway through this now. That is caution flag number 3. What do you think happened there, guys? I mean, just loose, let go of the wheel. I don't know what.
I don't know. We're loose.
Air was definitely playing tricks on me today. Aero package didn't feel the same to me either as I remembered it last time I was here in these vehicles, but I don't know, maybe air is messing with us too, but everybody's still worried about the damn netcode.
Well, I was reading the...
Sorry, James, I'm gonna step away for about 45 seconds, James, and then we'll go say whatever you like.
I was just reading in the forums, it was in the A cars, I don't know if it makes a difference, but evidently there was a glitch in 4, I believe it is, on the Highline.
At Daytona?
Yes. Evidently if you're not pushing somebody, I can't remember how it read, but if you're not pushing somebody square, it'll throw the pusher or both cars up high.
gonna take a quick break.
Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. But I'm back and I just got a text message from Justin Willms. He said, I'm texting you from downtown Disney. He said, race for all those guys, all the fans that got injured today. You guys race your hearts out. Alright. So let's get to the next green flag. Scalar, here we go, green, green, green. Scalar on the inside, Newland on the outside, and you know, we haven't spoken much about Mark there in the 96, kind of a quiet guy around here. Mark knows how to drive that truck. Green flag racing, lap 28, under the lights at Daytona. Nordgar TV season opener for the Nordgar TV League in the Truck Series. And Jordan Malish hanging around the top 10 tonight.
Jordan been doing really good this race.
Yep. Just keeping his fenders clean, keeping his nose out of other people's business, and been able to keep that YouTube machine up front.
There's another guy we're going to have to keep an eye out on is that Barney truck.
Yep. The Barney Unanimal truck. Ryan Workman there in the 89. 89 snubbed me a couple of times out there on the track tonight, and
that's funny about this guy. Well, in the mystery races, he's ran every mystery race he could ever run. Always hangs out at the back just like I did. I think Superman was back there with us. And now we get into these league races, and he ain't hanging out in the back no more. He done got us all figured out.
yeah, he did figure it out really quick. Scala out front, Cress, you're behind the Strictly propane machine there. What was it like riding behind the number 5?
It's pretty good. I was pushing him and I was redlining a lot. And I was trying to communicate with him and I don't think he heard me. But we just didn't switch. And you're going to see me drop back quite a bit.
Well, I know Chris made this start tonight. He's got a severe head cold and really under the weather. He did not feel good. But he still climbed in the number 5 tonight and came out here and ran. Swindell on the outside being pushed by the 99. Newland in the 96, dropping down below the 94. Malish up to 5th. shot there. Swindell on the outside getting a run with the 99, waiting for his partner to be cleared before he comes down, and he can't wait anymore. And, oh, he rethinks it. Swindell was going to go, but Scala right there. Jordan's going to take advantage of it and use this. You know what? That was an awesome move. You guys need to see that again. What Jordan did was what I would call, I don't even know if there is a name for it, but I do it as well. Watch, this is what I call a reverse slingshot, where you're on the outside line, and you use that momentum to shoot yourself down to the inside line. Usually it's the other way. The slingshot, you know, you're riding behind somebody and you go out to the right of them. Jordan, this is a reverse slingshot. I use this move every now and again when I get the chance. And Jordan pulls it off great right there, just staying back far enough to get the run, and then whoop, right in the middle. So good job on the 94. Well, there's your top 6 right there. Coming up on Beach. Beach, a lot of damage from that first. He's still out there running, though. Beach loves these places. He loves, well, Beach loves everything, especially teats. Beach a real fun guy to race with. He's very, very competitive everywhere we go. He's got a no give up attitude. And there's Rudy making moves, riding along there with Wertman on the 89. Just in front of Dustin Lee right there, and Simley in the 14, and Norris in the White Castle machine making moves as well. Slower traffic. And here comes, yeah, here I come. I'm coming up on the outside of Beach. Beach does have, and I still have a lot of damage, but this is about the time where Eric Brantley, and I got to give a lot of credit to Brantley. I started almost near the back. I had damage the whole race, and Brantley got behind me, and he pushed me. And he pushed me for as long as he could, and he got me up as far as he could before getting caught up in somebody else's mess here in a little bit. But Eric Brantley, if you're listening, bud, thanks very much. You gave me a good race, and I wouldn't have even been close to the top 15 if it wasn't for Brantley. Me and Brantley hooked up real well, and we started pushing up through here through some of the slower traffic in the back. At this point, I still have over like a minute 20 something left in optional repairs, and I told Brantley, I said, I can't switch, I can't move, I can't do anything. I said, you can push me, but I can't move, I cannot push, because I still had front damage. And Brantley, like a trooper, got behind me, and that's where he stayed. Purple car is being driven by Brian Wertman in the number 89 Barney Unit-Nipple machine. I don't care what it says on the front of his hood, that's what it's going to be called, the Barney Unit-Nipple. Oh, and Jordan Malish getting a little loose behind you there, Kevin. Back up front, Scala back to the front. Swindell falls all the way back to 7th. Sorry, 6th. Scala's still out front, and looks like the second chase group there we see behind Scala guys, you know, they're starting to single file up, and they're reeling in these leaders. These leaders are not getting away.
No, that they are not. Jordan getting out of shape.
I think he was hoping someone would fall, but nobody did.
Lap number 36, 14 to go. Jordan on the outside, getting picked up by the 96. Now we're going to try 3 wide with Swindell and the 99 up front. Jordan scrapes the wall. Newland gets back up there to pick him back up. And we're coming up on Jones, who was blinking like crazy tonight. Very unlike Dylan.
I was on the radio when this happened. Jordan got a little scared going pretty wide. Told Mark to get off him and didn't want to go.
Yeah, and Mark did. He got way the hell off. Jones up into the wall, trying to stay out of the way, scraping some paint there, kissing Daytona. And here comes the mystery-made race machine. I'm still moving. I still got Brantley on my tail right there in the number 30 mystery race machine. I'm all the way up to 13th now after restarting. I think the lowest I got was like 35th. And I've driven a wrecked race truck all the way up to 13th right now with the help of the 86 Aaron Brantley. And I'm still coming, baby. 86 still pushing me down the front stretch here on the outside. And I've got a whiff of the front players. Getting a little loose up there, pulling up to the other line, coming back down, but the inside lane, you know what, guys, anymore, in the inside lane, you have to give each other room because you overheat way too fast, and then you got to back up. How many times do you hear on the radio, inside lane, checking up, checking up? You hear it all race long.
Yep.
Jordan falling back, and there the 96 gets into the 5. Nordgar almost gets smashed. I actually did receive some damage from that, but I didn't tell anybody. Didn't even tell my crew chief. He said, come on in. I said, I'm sorry, I can't hear you. We got 10 to go. 96 in the 5, getting in trouble here on lap number 38, bringing out caution flag number 4 in the Nordgar TV League race. And let's go on board with Strickland Propane. That boy ain't right machine. Where is he? Number 5. Number 5, that's Chris Scala. Chris Scala finishing in second at the Daytona 500. Great run for them here. He knows how to get around this place. But I know Chris is dying for a win. He's not actually come out and said it. Nord, I need to win here. I need to win here. But I can see it. Well, I can't see it, but I can hear it in his voice. He wants to win here so freaking bad. He gets up underneath the 94 here with a huge run being pushed by the 96 coming down the back stretch. And it looks like the 96 is going to get a run on him right here. Getting that side draft from Rudy. And here we go. And this is right in front of me. I'm still giving him room, but I can see something bad's going to happen here. And the 5 gets under the 94, and nowhere for the 5 to go. And the 96 actually, Mark tries to get out of the way and can't do it. And right there, I'm going to receive damage, and I'm going to receive damage right there as well. But I didn't tell anybody about that. No one needed to know. Wertman going to get through there. And all these guys, they're going to get way woed up. I mean, these guys were hanging out way, way in the back. Look how far back they are. So they're going to get way woed up. And let's look at this one more time. From whoever, well, let's go on board with Brantley. I want to see what happened to Eric here. He was pushing me up through here, and all of a sudden I didn't have him as a partner anymore. It just went all to hell. So let's go on board with Eric Brantley through this wreck. That's the problem with the outside lane here at these super speedways is it always seems like nobody goes down when they wreck. They always come back up. And so that's going to bring out caution flag 4. Lap 39, we're going to have, we're going to have about 10 to go. So let's take a look at pit stops here, see who comes down. See, I'd like to see how many the front runners stayed out. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Top 8 stay out.
Pretty good move on their part.
Brantley comes down. Yeah, so we don't have very many takers coming down. But you know what, guys? We're getting late in this race. There are no resets in any of the league events. Are you amazed or surprised as how far, you know, these league functions have come to see this many trucks out on this track this late in the race? All running for points?
Yeah, actually I am. I think after this super speedway, I think the rest of the races are going to be a lot better.
Well, I think with this so far, what we've seen, honestly, grade A, I just some simple things and, you know, some not horrible things. There ain't nobody out there beating and banging. And, just mistakes. It's plain and simple.
Oh yeah, yeah. And it's first time, you know, we've raced with, as you call them, virgins. So we've raced with them in mystery races before, but not on a regular basis like we are now. And once we start, you know, learning each other, it's going to, it'll get better. We'll see a lot better racing, just like we did last year.
All right, well, Cheney's out front, Swindell in second. Let's skip through these very long pace laps and get to the end of this sucker. All right, here we go. Green flag racing again, lap 43. Cheney on the inside, Swindell on the outside, Cress restarting third. Jordan restarting fourth there in the 94. Looks like he did pick up a little bit of front end damage, but the 94 going to be restarting fourth. So here we go. And Rudy's up there too. He's in fifth there in the open. So here we go. Restart lap 43. 94 get hooked up. 94 hits the one pretty good right there. And that's also bottlenecking me there in the mystery race machine. Can't miss it. It's got the big question mark. Just never get to see it up front. Oh, and what's this? Nordgar taking it 3 wide, splitting the field, wanting to gain some positions. And the only reason I did that is because everybody in chat said, Nord, go 3 wide, go 3 wide, go 3 wide. And I happened to see it, and I had an opening, and I stuck my nose in there. And I'm going to pick up the spot. Yay, Nord.
You about killed Caleb.
Wow, about killed and killed are two different things, my friend. We got less than 10 laps to go at Daytona. I want to get to the front of the wreck race truck. That was my goal, was to get to the front. And yeah, I did not have the. I needed help. I still have cosmetic damage. Okay, there's the 03 on the outside, being pushed by Swindell, going for the lead. Cummings, Rudy, trying to get the lead away from Cheney in the 99. Cress says, nah. Kevin gonna tuck up behind the 99, and man, Rudy just went, oh, come on, Dave, big Dave, push me through here. Rudy looks like he's handling a really loose race truck there.
Yeah, he does.
34 and the 94 now on the inside. Malish in the 94. 34. That's Jeremy Dominique. Dominique in the GameStop machine.
Another virgin.
Yep. Oh, and then 94 in the 03. The 03 gets into Swindell, and Rudy's going to spin. Oh, Rudy. Rudy, another one of them guys desperately seeking for a good finish and trying. I mean, Rudy, he just drives his balls off every race. Go to the rear chase view here of Rudy's vehicle. See what happens here. Looks like Jordan may came up a little bit on him. Of course, we could take a little longer to watch this crack. He was trying to follow his drafting partner, and he wasn't clear. That's how I see it. What do you guys see here?
Yeah, that's what it looks like from that angle, anyway.
You see, you're going to see the 34 right behind Kevin there in the 37. He's like, I've had enough. I got to run. I'm going. And Jordan went with him and wasn't clear.
Well, yeah.
That's
Rudy
tough
was
call.
kind of coming down, though. It was kind of it was a racing incident, of course, but
Yeah, absolutely.
I think if Rudy would have held his line where he was at, Jordan would have cleared him. See how Rudy turns there?
Yeah, well, he's turning because he got the 94 in the side of him.
No, just before they hit.
Let's take a look. Let's see if we can get a better view.
I think he must have had a hard push from Dave.
.34 and yeah. I see what you're saying now. So the 03 did come down, the 94 did come up. So racing incident for sure. And that's going to be a shame for Rudy because he was looking for a really good finish here. Lap 45, that's gonna take it almost to the end. We're gonna have a one lap shootout to get to the end. So let's head up and watch the last lap, guys. Thanks for joining me up here tonight and talking with me about the race. I appreciate both of you being up here.
Thanks for having us, Nord.
Hey, you're welcome.
What are you eating, Kevin? Why didn't you bring me any?
Just candy.
All right, Cheney out front. Let's get through these pace laps and watch the last lap. Lap number 50, white flag. Here we go. Cheney up front, Cress on the outside. Who else we got? Cress on the outside. Jeremy Dominique in the 34. Malish in the 94. Swindell in the 1. And there's Wertman, Norris there in the 54, and me on the outside. And hey, I didn't want to go 3 wide, Michael Norris, but man, did you blink on the restart. And I didn't know where you were at. See, you can even see it right there as I'm rewinding it. You're going to see Norris blink. And I didn't want to take it 3 wide, but I really didn't have a choice because I didn't know what to do and I wasn't going to wait. But I did end up waiting anyway. Gave him a spot back. Yep. Anyway, here's the restart. Last lap. Cheney out front, Cress the outside, and Kevin, right now you got to be thinking, damn, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, I told Jordan that I wanted him on my butt, but I did a bad start.
Coming down the back stretch. There's Big Dave, right in third. Now, here they come out of turn 3 and 4. And I don't want to miss any of this in the wrong angle, so we're going to pause it right there. Here we go. Here's the finish, ladies and gentlemen. Coming down the tri-oval here at Daytona in slow-mo. Here's the finish. The 99 on the inside. The 34 on the outside. Dave down below the yellow line, which almost cost him his finish. And wow. The winner is going to be, and they're going to wreck coming through the tri-oval. The winner is going to be Robert Cheney beating Jeremy Dominique by 1/1000th of a second. Dave Swindell comes home in third, 8/1000ths of a second. Top 3 split by 8/1000ths of a second here on the finish here at the season opener for the truck season. And now that you guys have seen this finish, well, Kevin, you saw it. You were right there at the end, and they were wrecking right behind you. What did you see from your point of view there?
I knew it was going to be a close finish. I didn't have anything to give him, sadly, but it looked pretty cool behind him.
No, it definitely was a pretty good finish. Let's get down on the line and take a look at the finish here at the first truck race of the spring season. Here at Daytona, Robert Cheney going to bring home the win. There you see Simley and the 94 getting involved. But here they come across the line. 1, 2, 3. Thump, thump, thump. And Wertman in fourth. I think Wertman got fourth.
Yeah, he squeaked it out.
And we see the 14 get up into the catch fence, and Jordan hits him again. Everybody's scrambling for their finish, too, because, you know, the caution flag's not coming out. And you also know that all these wrecks after these drivers were informed that all these incidents that happen after you hit the start-finish line, they're still going to count against you. And you see a bunch of people trying to get out of the way. Great finish. Awesome finish. And we've been running Daytona for 3 weeks now, a little over 3 weeks. Actually, we're on week number 4, are we not? We might be. But great finish up front. We've seen a whole bunch of really close finishes. And what do you guys have to say about this race here tonight in the trucks? Go ahead, Kevin.
It was a blast. It's nice meeting new people. I think a new person won, and a new person came in second. And I can't wait for the rest of the season. It's going to be a blast.
Yeah, I've had a good time so far for the first race. I think it's going to be a great season. I think we're going to have some spectacular finishes all throughout the year.
1/1000th of a second goes to Cheney. Jeremy Dominique in second. Swindell in third. Brian Wertman in fourth. Cress, you're able to hang on to a top 5 there. He just squeaking it out at the end, just getting you. And, well, you know, I could say that's heartbreaking. You probably wanted a fourth instead. You probably wanted to win the damn thing, but you were able to survive. But to get beat right there in the last 100 feet or so, how hard of a pill is that to swallow, Kevin?
It sucks. I even feel bad because I ditched Jordan just so I was being selfish the first time ever. And I ditched Jordan just so I wouldn't lose that spot, and I ended up losing that spot anyway.
It's one of those things here at Daytona here as we look at the final lap. McKee's going to come home 6th, Norris home in 7th. Yours truly comes home in the top 10, comes home with an 8th place finish. Where did I qualify? I qualified 28th. I fell all the way back to 35th with a wrecked race truck, and I drove it all. I did not give up at all, and I drove it all the way back up there to 8th. So good job, Lord. Scott Simley comes home 9th. Malish in 10th. Mikey B in 11th. Pagano in 12th. Ojeda in 13th. Dylan Jones in 14th. Cameron Meyer, he'll come home in 15th. Edney 16th. Brantley 17th. Chance Crum 18th. Rudy Cummings in 19th. And Matt Simpson there will round out the top 20. Mr. Beach 2 laps down, 21st. Look at that, though, boys. Despite the wrecks and everything else, look at that. 19 cars on the lead lap. That's half decent.
Yes, sir.
Well, guess what, everybody?
Give it up to those, let's see, those lap down cars, because I think they all finished up there to Sam. They all were in the race still running and finished.
Yep. Everybody trying to get every position they can to stay on the board and earn all the spots they can. And you know what? With this many drivers going at it, points are going to be valuable, more valuable than, you know, with smaller fields every week. You're going to have more people to contend with. How are you guys going to adapt to that sort of format versus last year or last season when we would have, you know, 19, 20, and maybe 24 trucks versus 42?
I think we're all going to have to really race. We're not going to be able to slack in the back anymore because starting position is going to mean everything, I believe, with full fields like this.
Yeah, I'll second that. Field position is going to be key now.
Yep. Well, I will say this, that all of the drivers, that the one thing that I know the 30 truck camp needs to work on more so than anything is qualifying. I think qualifying is going to be a bigger issue than we've seen before. I mean, pretty much we could, especially at the super speedways, you could qualify wherever you wanted to at a super speedway and drive yourself to the front. You really can't do that anymore.
No,
All right, guys. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this league replay. that will be available for you guys to view very shortly on YouTube. Just to put this out there that the Nordtona 500 in the wild card race, I have to start over from scratch. I had problems with the video transfer and everything else, so I have to go back and redo it. So it's going to be a few more days till I get that out of there. I promise I'll get it out there. This one will be quick, easy. It'll probably be up by tomorrow morning to watch this one. But thank you, James. Thank you, Kevin. Good luck on the rest of your season here in the truck season and the B season as well. Thanks for joining us up in the booth. And guess what? We are finished with Daytona. No more. Not under the lights, not during the day, not at night, not on the road course. We're done till July, boys. No more Daytona. We are finished. Done. It's over with. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we're headed to Phoenix next week. Where are we? In the trucks next week, we're headed to Michigan. My favorite track. My favorite track next week in the truck series. So I'm hoping to put on a good show there for everybody to watch the in-car cam. Although the people that were watching my feed tonight, watching my in-car cam, they saw me run one hell of a race. One of the best races I've run in, I don't know, about 12 weeks. And I'm still disappointed with an 8th place finish, but I'll take it. My 8th place finish on the lead lap has qualified 7 drivers in Steve's Beat the Nordgar Challenge for the season for everybody in the league in both series. Robert Cheney, Jeremy Dominique, Dave Swindell, Brian Wertman, Kevin Cress, Caleb McKee, Michael Norris. Those 7 will be receiving points, and those points will be tallied up and should be available tomorrow. But basically, those are our first 7 competitors in this challenge. What do you guys think of that challenge?
I love it. I think it's a great idea. Keep you in the race and for us to race you.
I'll agree. It adds another dimension.
Yeah, pretty cool. And I don't know. I'm surprised I don't have blockers out there pushing me to the front and making, like a president's, what the hell they call that? The president's thing.
Bodyguards.
Whatever, yeah. Secret Service guys blocking and everything else, but no, I don't want any special treatment. I will race every single one of you to the front and try to take the win from you every single week. So not looking for any special treatment out there. I'm going to do the best that I can every week. And hey, look out. Good things for the number 30 coming up. So thank you guys.
Number 30 motorcade, as Robert says.
Yeah, there you go, the motorcade. We're gonna finish up here at Daytona. We are done. Look, I'm hitting quit. There we go, quit.